Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to another Dark Avenger Comic Book review. In this review we are going to be going through the books from DC Comics, and they were released on the week of July 16, 2014. Guys, we're back on time.
Yep.
This might be going up a day late, but we are recording this on time. However, we're recording this so late that probably right after this we're going to go to bed. That's why I'm saying these will probably end up coming up on Tuesday morning instead of Monday morning, but nevertheless, they will be coming up, and it won't be all the way at the end of the week. It's a 9-9 split this week, by the way. 9 DC and 9 Marvel. But like I said, we're starting with DC, and we're doing digital first. Infinite Crisis, Fight for the Multiverse, issue number 1. I was going to skip over this because we are getting this game. It's a PC game, and I have no interest in it, nor do you. However, after hearing Mike and Jay talking about this series as it's coming out weekly online, my interest peaked, and I decided to get the book. I had Mike read it as well.
Yes.
So let's see if either of us are going to keep this after this.
Right.
I found the book interesting. From what Jay was talking about, I see the connection already to Smallville. For those of you that read Smallville's previous story arc, the final one that was dubbed Season 11, before they went off into the miniseries, which was Lantern, and next is going to be Chaos, the Monitor.
The Anti-Monitor.
I'm talking about the Monitor first. I know the Anti-Monitor.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant.
When we saw the multiverse in Smallville's book, it looks the exact same way in this book. So I do see that there is a possibility for a crossover between Infinite Crisis and not only Smallville, but any of the digital first books, including the New 52. The book actually starts off talking about Infinite Crisis, the original one where Supergirl died and all the multiverses were destroyed, brought back,
Right,
brought together.
There's 52 all together.
And then they separated back to the 52. However, now something threatens the 52 universes, so it's up to Harbinger, who's working for the Monitor, to fight against the Anti-Monitor and his people. So she's traveling through finding relics in each of the Earths to fight against the Anti-Monitor, while at the same time the Anti-Monitor is looking for the relics so he could take over and conquer all 52 Earths and destroy them. Somehow Harbinger ends up on Earth Prime, which I'm guessing is the New 52 Earth, because Batman looks like New 52 Batman. Batman's dealing with a crime spree that's going on, or things are going missing, specific things, and it turns out it's Harbinger. He goes to, oh, what's his name? His name is Honest. I think it's Joe Honest.
Oh wait, they said in the beginning, actually,
Honest Joe?
it was Joseph
Frater.
Yeah, I remember it was
Honest Joseph Frater. And he doesn't know what's going on. However, Batman ends up catching Harbinger. And the rest of the issue is her trying to explain to Batman what's going on with the multiverse, as well as trying to recruit him onto her team.
And he shows him what...
She shows him Earth... Yeah, she shows him Earth... 19.
Oh, 19.
And they come face to face with one of the Anti-Monitor's people, which is a mix between Two-Face and I would say either Killer Croc or Clayface.
No, I thought only Two-Face was shown.
It looks like Clayface, though, connected to Two-Face.
Oh, you mean with
a different
Two-Face?
type of Two-Face.
Oh,
a different
okay.
Earth Two-Face.
Yeah. You're right.
And in the end, Harbinger, spoiler alert, dies. This isn't really a spoiler, it's old. And a team starts to form, a team of people that Harbinger did acquire, and it's spanning the entire multiverse.
That was pretty interesting, that ending one.
Yeah. Also in Earth 19, we get to see Catwoman. I thought it was an okay series. What did you think?
I thought it was pretty interesting, like a great way to start it off. Looks interesting.
I'll leave it at interesting for now. We'll see if it gets better. I'll keep it. If it stays, I won't. But from what I'm hearing, it's a really amazing book, so I'm going to hold on to it for a bit.
Alright, we're in Scribblenauts Unmasked issue number 7 of now the Anti-Monitor trying to take over the world. And it's up to Maxwell and Lily to stop all that's happening. I like how in the beginning where Lily goes to, what was the site they need to hear?
Scribbly.
Oh, Scribblegram.
Oh.
Where they talk about, all the events and stuff like that. And some were pretty funny and some were, But now we get into seriousness where, Batman talks about what happened in the last issue. And they just want to go after the Anti-Monitor. Along with Brainiac's help with the Phantom Stranger. So here's some artwork, which is really awesome as always. And so as Anti-Monitor sends his people to attack, Maxwell and Lily try to, Maxwell with his notebook tries to help out. So there's an energy field that was detected around the Anti-Monitor, which, and there's some about this comic that was interesting that made him actually stronger, and also the villains, got to the good guys, Superman, Wonder Woman, and etc. So So Green Lantern tries to make a force field, but things don't really turn out so well for our heroes. So as Phantom Stranger takes Maxwell and Lily in a fleeing way to get out of there to save everyone, the Anti-Monitor closes out by saying, wherever you go, I will find you. Has to be continued. So the Anti-Monitor is getting very, very strong in this in the Scribblenauts universe. So, we gotta find out how Maxwell and Lily are gonna get out of this, because this is gonna be really something. Really interesting for the kids to read. I would highly recommend for them to read it as well. And that's pretty much book of the week for DC.
This book did not come out this week. This book, as a matter of fact, came out 2 weeks ago. It's Batman Superman issue number 12. And actually, there's a connection also to Robin Rises, Omega, as well. This book harkens back to the first story arc of Batman Superman, and Robin Rises, like I said, also connects to the first story in Batman Superman. Again, this is in Jay Lee's artwork, got the bombshell cover, by the way. So I decided to give it a read. This is where Superman and Batman, now that they've met Karen and Huntress, or Power Girl and Huntress, I should say, they're starting to remember their first meeting with this gal right here, and I forgot her name already. I can't believe I forgot that. Shoot. Why did I forget the person's name? It's a demon. Oh, Kaio.
Yeah.
And they know that they sent Power Girl and Huntress back to a world that's basically doomed by Doomsday, because this is why Kaio chose that. Kaio went and between the two, New 52 or Earth 2 Law won the invasion from Darkseid. So Kaio actually shows up and says, you know what? I'll give you each one chance. Just remember a chance to go to the Earth 2 and change something, one thing. So they're both ghosts, and they have the ability to change or save one thing to help help Earth 2. First, and of course Kaio tricks them. First, she sends Superman to where his parents are, and this is during the invasion. For those of you that didn't read Earth 2 issue 1, this probably takes place around there. Superman's about to go tangible to save his parents, however, Superman from Earth 2 shows up, and Superman doesn't have to go tangible at this very moment, because the Superman of Earth 2 saved his parents. However, Batman gets taken away to Gotham, where he sees Alfred, and Alfred's about to get ripped in half by a parademon. Batman goes tangible and saves Alfred. That's his choice. That was his choice, so he kind of wasted it. And he knows Kaio tricked him, but that was his chance. So his chance is now done. He reconnects with Superman, and now we're at the part where Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman of Earth 2 are making their plan to go up against Darkseid and to save the world, but basically they all know they're not coming back. They show the death of Wonder Woman, they show Superman getting blown up, so to speak. And then Superman has to make a decision. He could save Earth to Batman, but he chooses not to. He chooses to save, spoiler alert here, Huntress, because Huntress wasn't going to make it. So it's because of Superman that Huntress actually survived and ended up going to the New 52 Earth Prime. And basically they failed, but they didn't. And Kyle basically shows up, said she's sending them home with a clean slate. So a clean slate awaits Batman Superman number 13. So I'm guessing this is more of a one-shot story. I'll still pick up the next issue this time just to be safe. If it starts off with different artwork again, then we'll see. Another quick read for me this week was Supergirl 33. I told you. Somehow the only way for Kara to lose the red ring was going to be the sun. Remember I told you that? The yellow sun. I just told you I didn't know how. So she's fighting this suit. I forgot what the suit was. That wants to bond with her. And at first she denies it. They land on Earth and the suit starts to possess humans, but it kills them one by one. She finally lets it attach to her, and using the red ring, she runs to where the kryptonite bomb was. So this is taking place during Superman Doom. That doesn't work, so she weakens herself enough actually that the suit detaches a bit. Then she runs to the sun. Here we go. Where she's going to basically kill herself. She pulls the red ring off and she dies. And thus the suit separates also. But it had enough time in her mind to know about Superman. So now the suit's next goal is to bond with Superman. There is one page connecting to the Red Lanterns. We get to see Guy Gardner and the other Red Lanterns now back on Yasmal. And all the blood is now tainted thanks to Atrocitus. But this is all we're getting for the Red Lanterns this time. Supergirl is basically back on her own. So she falls into the yellow sun. She breaks out, and guess what? She's Supergirl again.
Oh, thank
because
God.
The sun basically healed her, and
got rid of
she
the
wasn't
powers.
dead. She tosses the suit in. Yeah, she got her powers back. She tosses the suit into the sun. It melts away, and then you get an epilogue with Fairchild, like we saw over here, and she wants to finish off the Kryptonians and the clone Superboy, which I don't think she knows that Superboy, the clone Superboy, is already dead. This was a quick read and a very predictable read. Will I be coming back for the next story arc? I'll give it a try. If I don't like it, I'll drop Supergirl again.
Well, she is in Justice League United, so that kind of says that much. Red Hood and the Outlaws issue number 33 was an average okay read, but mostly it was focused on what happened in the last issue with Starfire and what she saw. Like, remember when she went in that thing and what she saw? Basically just told about the story about at the planet Uzur Prime, where she was the princess at the time, and there was like peace and everything that was there. And there was a lot of things that happened there with all slaveries and stuff. There was just like a whole bunch of stuff that you could find out in there. But I'll give you some artwork right here. And it was just all that. Like she just says, that all she wanted was just peace, and that there was a choice, and she saw that down below were either the victims or the innocents. So it was just lots of suffering that she did, but she actually got the people out of there because of the honor and goodwill, basically. So when they went back to the present time, Jason and Arsenal just want to know, what this thing was and what happened. When they go inside, they see what happened, but actually Man-Bat appears in this issue, who was the Doctor actually, which I did not see coming at all. And it was basically just Starfire just not being herself, like just the dark memories that just are in her mind are really just getting her like something else. And there's a big splash page. Artwork is nicely drawn, I would say much. And she just wants to, what's his name? Like, she's just looking for, like, she's like, I just seek him who is the most base and vile among all of them. And apparently who she meets up with wasn't someone that she was looking for, basically. That was behind all of the slavery and stuff like that, because she wants to stop all that. I mean, that's the best I can explain of it. I mean, if you want to know more about her origin of what she saw, you could read the comic book, but it was average.
Now, I was between this book or Harley Quinn Invades San Diego Comic Con, because both were $5, and I only wanted to buy one $5 book this week, especially with everything that's going to be coming out next week. And I'm very happy I chose this book, Robin Rises Omega. This takes place right after what happened in issue 32 of Batman and, which is now becoming Batman and Robin, starting with issue 33. This issue, it's not hard to spoil. I love the pages. First of all, you get about a lot of pages. All the black line pages are a recap of everything that's happened in Batman's life with Damian. How Damian came to be, how Bruce died at some point, how Dick took over, and then Bruce fought his way back. He made a family, the Joker situation, and then the death of Damian eventually. And also the death of Talia, which then leads you into the present where it's still the recap where he kind of lost himself for a bit trying to find a way to bring Damian back, and then finally he came at peace, and then it brings you to the part with Ra's al Ghul taking Damian and Talia. Now you're in the present with Glorious Godfrey, who wants Damian's sarcophagus because Damian's sarcophagus has the Chaos Crystal. And this again harkens back to Kaio because the Chaos Crystal comes from that story arc. That's how it came to be on Earth Prime. The rest of the book is exactly what you see. Batman teams up with Ra's al Ghul to protect his son and Talia from being taken away by Apocalypse. And Batman sends out a distress call to the Justice League at some point. Basically, Ra's and Talia disappear halfway through the book, a little bit after halfway through the book. They're believed to be dead, but Batman knows better. The Justice League shows up, but we find out that Damian's connected to the Chaos Crystal somehow. And this is the part where Batman's talking about the visit to Earth 2 and how the Chaos Crystal came to be and everything, and yada yada. A little bit of a background. Then the Justice League shows up. And Batman doesn't get a chance to explain to them what's going on. He actually tries to chase Damian's sarcophagus into the boom tube back to Apocalypse. But Shazam snaps the line from the bat, the line to the bat hook.
Oh, the bat.
And not knowing, Batman gets a little pissed off because he's like, "I wanted to go into the boob tube. You stopped me, you idiot." And Frankenstein's the only one that actually survived the chaos with a missing arm again.
Well, who didn't see that?
And basically, they want to make a plan, and Batman's like, "There's nothing to discuss. I'm not asking for permission. I'm going to Apocalypse and bringing back Robin alive." And it says to be continued in Batman and Robin 33. I believe this whole series, this story arc will end with another one-shot, probably Alpha. I have no clue. Maybe something different. But I'm glad. I was worried because I was planning on dropping one of the two Batman books, Detective Comics or Batman and Robin. And the way this story is looking, I'm definitely going to be keeping Batman and Robin. Francis Manapul and Brian Buccioletta are leaving Detective Comics anyway. So, straightforward comic. It's straight up a fight between Batman and Ra's al Ghul with Apocalypse, where Batman, obviously we all knew we knew going into this book that he was going to lose, because the next issues of Batman and Robin are him going to Apocalypse to get Robin back. We just didn't know how, why, and just how he lost the sarcophagus. Really good book. I would definitely recommend it if you're reading Batman and Robin. Solid artwork. I loved it. I really did. I'm very happy I got this over Harley Quinn, which I heard was just an average okay book. This was definitely better. And then I decided to give this a shot again because it's $2.99. Teen Titans, issue number 1. And again, this was just a straight up book. Somebody has a grudge against Star Labs and what they're doing. They take this terrorist takes this bus full of kids hostage, and it's up to the Teen Titans to save them. Red Robin sets up this whole tactical thing where Cassie's on the bus, Gar goes to the bus to try to help, and he sends Miguel, aka Bunker, to Star Labs because Red Robin kind of figures that somehow it's going to end up attaching to Star Labs. There's some artwork. So Wonder Girl, and Beast Boy end up saving the bus along with Raven, and Bunker ends up protecting. It turns out the bus was on a collision course with Star Labs, and Bunker's the one that actually stops the bus from crashing into Star Labs. And the ending's very controversial, I will say that. And then we get a epilogue with the terrorists saying that they're not done yet. It's not over yet. Their fight against Star Labs and possibly the Teen Titans is not over yet. And that's where it leaves off. Really straightforward first issue. I guess it's more of a just like, hey, here are the Teen Titans again. This is the current team, and this is how they're going, because there's no Kid Flash anymore. There's no Superboy anymore. Bunker's back, which I like. And it was an okay first issue. Honestly, can't judge it because the first story is literally a one-issue story. So I'll check out the next issue, see how it goes. As long as it's going well, I'll keep it. If it falls short, I'll drop it. But we all know that Wally West at some point in the New 52 is going to be the new Kid Flash, and from there we'll get probably him joining the Teen Titans. Still weird. The New 52 version of the Teen Titans is very weird, but we'll see how the next issue goes. We're now on the 2 weeklies. Futures End issue 11. Cover says it all. The book actually opens up, however, with, if I remember correctly, with Grifter's friend who waited way too long for Grifter. Grifter's disappeared for a while now, so he goes to Voodoo. And Voodoo basically takes him under until Grifter shows back up. Hawkman in deep space, they end up crash landing on this planet.
Is that Frankenstein?
Yeah, it's Frankenstein. Frankenstein's in the Future's End. So they crash on this planet, and that's where it kind of leaves off for Hawkman the rest of the issue. Mr. Terrific goes on the air and dubs Terry Batman a menace and a threat to the world. And we also get to see this guy a little bit more. We don't know who that is yet, but somehow they're coming to civilization slowly. They find this humongous barge, finds the little boat where this thing ended up on, and it basically killed the crew of the big ship, which possibly is on a course to some type of a dock somewhere. And then you get the big fight between Ronnie and Jason, and why they will not, in front of the Justice League of America, by the way, and why Ronnie doesn't want to be Firestorm anymore, why they didn't know why Firestorm didn't show up, and it caused Green Arrow to die. And they find out it's Ronnie's fault. And he's like, you know what? You don't have the right to judge me. It's not my fault. I didn't sign up to be this 24/7. I don't want to do this 24/7 sacrifice anymore. And it all harkens back to the war, where Pittsburgh could have been saved. He feels he could have saved Pittsburgh, which is where his mother was. But instead, Washington and New York were declared priority. He ignored Pittsburgh. His mom died, and he lost everything. So he's like, you know what? Firestorm's finished forever. And even Jason says, you found a replacement for Green Arrow, which basically Arsenal is now the new replacement for Green Arrow in the Justice League. He's like, you'll have to find a new Firestorm as well. Wow. And that's where it leaves off. That was the best part of this book. Batman Eternal this week, however, I ended up skipping through most of the issue because it's all about Arkham Asylum and Batwing and... oh, I forgot what his name was. I can't remember his name for the life of me right now. Jim? Whatever. He becomes Etrigan. He can become Etrigan. The best parts were Red Robin and Harper Row. I love how Harper Row has like a blue grifter mask. And she wants to help out Tim, but Tim doesn't want to be bothered because he doesn't want, he doesn't want to risk. He doesn't want to have her as a handicap. Rest of the issue is there's some magic going on in Arkham Asylum, and it all leads into the Joker's daughter, and basically,
she's still in it.
Basically, Etrigan brought Batwing right to them. They wanted Batwing. You have Batman and Lieutenant Bard. They have their moment. They finally shake hands. So I guess Batman's kind of accepting more towards Bard's ways. And then the rest of the end of the book is Batgirl, still in Rio de Janeiro, looking for answers to what happened to her father. Batwoman's already there, and she's not too happy about that, but she gets to go first interrogating the guy. They find the guy finally, and then, like I said, it ends with Arkham Asylum. I don't know, this book was a quick read for me because, to be honest, they added so many stories. I was kind of worried they were going to go... I was worried when they were going to go back to Arkham Asylum just to get through that. I mean, we have Carmine Falcone in jail now, so that's basically over. We have Harper and Red Robin still trying to figure out the nanotech that's going on and infecting everybody. And we have Batgirl still trying to figure out who framed her dad and how to bring that person to justice and prove her dad's innocence.
Right.
And then there's like 1 or 2 pages with Lieutenant Bard and Batman in this issue. Should have been a little more Batman. The Arkham Asylum stuff shouldn't have happened. All in all, though, pretty good artwork and a solid... Both Futures End and Batman Eternal, I feel, were equal this week, so that's why I basically did Futures End first and Batman Eternal. Equal books this week. They were just average reads. But again, you can't have perfect books for 52 issues long. At least with Batman Eternal. I don't know how long Futures End is going to be. I think Futures End is going to be in the 40s also. But anyway, guys, that's it for DC Comics. As always, don't forget to check out Comic Related, Comic Frontline, and Zone4Podcast.com. Together, we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Guys, feel free to leave your comments below. Your likes, dislikes, questions, your thoughts on books, recommendations, agree or disagree with anything we have to say here. And your comments will be heard this Friday on the weekly Comic Book Haul. Don't forget, San Diego Comic-Con is going to be going on starting this Wednesday. So Comic Related and Comic Frontline, we are going to be popping out that news like no tomorrow. Every 15 minutes probably is going to be a new story. So the sites are going to be updating literally 4 times on the hour, every hour for the next week. Probably even before that, because there's going to be pre-show news. So we're already getting pre-show news. So look forward to that. So until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and we'll see you guys in the next review.
Later, everybody.